Hi, I'm doing a video about the finished look of the quick weave that I was making. The other video I was talking about how I put it on the quick weave cap and what I used and then what I will be doing. And so this is the cap that I used, and I'm not very happy with it because it's really loose and really too stretchy. What I usually use is a nylon cap, nylon wig cap, and I will use this Salon Pro hair bonding glue. It's just basically latex glue. And I'll glue tracks on it, and that's always how I used to do it, but I wanted to try something new this time. I wanted to air out my hair more and just get a little bit more air going, so I used the mesh cap that I just showed you in hopes that it would be more airy and lighter and cooler. And it is. It's a little loose. It's too stretchy. So I need to find a mesh cap that's not as stretchy because this one is too loose. It's good for someone who has a lot of hair, and so they put that on and then put a wig on. But as for someone with just a normal head, unless you have a really huge head, I don't recommend getting this and using it as a, weaving cap. But it's good for if you have a lot of hair. Okay, so what I did was, last video I stopped right here, and that's where I started to continue with another pack of hair, another pack of the 10 inches of Gentle Wave Relaxed. And what I did was I cut the tracks in half with a razor, and then I resealed the tracks with this because I was just trying to make sure they wouldn't shed. Halleys Curls says a certain product to use if you do cut the tracks in half. I don't remember what they say to use, but they do. They have information on their website under their frequently asked questions and stuff like that. So if you're not sure what to use or why to use it or whatever, check their site out and just find out some information. But so what I did was, after I stopped right here with the first pack of the hair, the second pack I cut tracks in half, and I went really close to each track, almost touching. One track was basically like this, really, really close, because I did want it to lay flat. I did want it to look as realistic as possible, and I wanted it to be just smooth, all the way down, no bumps, no nothing. So, in which it is, it's very smooth, it's done very nice. I can even pull my hair back like this. As you can see, you don't see any tracks. So, I'm glad I did that. And I've learned that from previous making of quick weaves. Learning how to, I learned how to improve it. So that's what I did. And then I stopped doing the tracks all up into here because that's where the silk closure would be. So I did not put any tracks here at all. I stopped around roughly this area so that I could put the silk closure in. And what I did was, on the very last track, I sewed the silk closure to the last track. And I did a light sew, not very hard, and I didn't do it tight. It was just an in-out type of sewing, and I used just normal weaving thread, and I sewn it also in the front here against this band, which is part of the weave cap. So I've sewn it again the same type of way. And I left out just, I would say, about 1/2 inch of the lace in the silk closure so that I could glue or tape it down if I wanted it to look really realistic, you know. But normally I like to just pop it on and go. I don't like messing with tape or glue. I just want to pop it on and go. And I gotta say, the silk closure is really good. I mean, this isn't taped or glued or anything. It's just, you know, and it looks pretty good. I'll get a close up. See, that looks pretty good. And let's see. Oh yes, before I put the closure on, I washed it as well as all the hair too. And I resealed it with Patricia Nemoc's clear acrylic sealer. Just because that's what Halleys Curls basically tells you to do. You know, you gotta reseal it, you know. And I just did a few sprays and let that dry overnight. Basically the whole day I dried it, and then that's when I started finishing the whole quick weave. What I did for this style, once it was all completely done, I had shampooed it and washed it. I used Dove shampoo and conditioner. I'm a very big Dove fan. And Halleys Curls says to use Dove conditioner, Dove products, as well as a couple other things. But I use it for the smell. You know, I don't really use it because I have to or whatever. I just love Dove product smells. So the product that I used, okay, I'm just going to confuse you. I shampooed, I conditioned, I towel dried, you know, gently towel dried it. I let it naturally air dry. Okay, got some hair standing up. Alright, and I played with it. I scrunched it. And that's basically what Halleys Curls says to do. They say to let it air dry, scrunch it, get the curl back, which I did, and it did fabulous. It's beautiful. And I gotta say, it was really easy, very manageable. It's smooth, it's soft, full of volume, body. I love it. It's actually way curlier than it was when I first showed you the package in the first video. It had an S wave, but this is much curlier. I mean, yeah, much curlier, much more beautiful. I have to say, once you wash it and dry it, it seems to just look and feel way better after you've washed it. And this is actually the second time I've washed it already. So, yeah, it's really good. It's really nice hair. I love Gentle Wave Relax. I think it's my favorite now, I'm pretty sure. I really love their curls, Halleys Curls curly versions, and I love the Salon Relaxed. But this is the best of both worlds. This is curly and Salon Relaxed texture. I mean, how can you not like that? Alright, so I know that my hair looks really dark in this video, but I didn't dye it. I know it looks like actually it looks jet black, I think. It looks jet black, but it's not. It's the color that is natural for Halleys Curls, that natural brown, a chocolate colored brown. It's not really a 1B. It's more brown than a 1B. So I know it doesn't look like that, but it is. It's just my lighting. So anyways, let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, I did put in Ion Anti-Frizz Solutions leave-in conditioner. This is how it looks. And I used that on my real hair as well as weaves, wigs, even synthetic. And I use it because it's lightweight and it seems to help hold curl or wave patterns, and it's just a really good overall spray conditioner. And I used that even after the hair was completely dry, after I shampooed it and styled it. I wet it again and rekinked it. Because I wanted just to put a little bit more extra conditioning in it. And that's it. That's basically all that I did. I'll show you the weave. It's the only issue I have is the my head is so hot. The only issue I have is the weave cap. It's too stretchy. It's just too loose. And I think I'm going to just redo the whole weave in a month or so. I'm not sure exactly. But I'm just going to put this inside out so I can show you how it looks on the inside. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is the back. You see all the wefts? And as I went up, I did more and more and more. You can't really tell, but there's a lot of them that I actually sewn and not just glued, which you can't tell because it's black thread. But here's the top. This is the silk closure right here, all of this. And what I did was, as you can see here, the wefts are real close together. I actually, on the last weft, all the way around, I actually sewn the silk closure on that weft because I thought it would be very secure if I did that. I don't know. So far it is. So far it's very secure. It's not going anywhere. And of course it's not going anywhere. So I sewed the silk closure to the elastic band too. And I did a simple sewing, just in out. Nothing detailed or fancy, just in out and in out. That's it. And I don't know if you can see because of the lighting, but so this is how it looks inside. It's really very stretchy. Too stretchy. I mean, this is too big, you know. This will fit like a huge guy, you know. I mean, I didn't know it was going to be that stretchy. Because when I've done quick weaves on nylon caps like this, they're really tight and secure. And once I've done all the tracks, glued them on there, it gets even a little tighter, I would say, once the glue and everything has set and dried. So that's another reason why I wanted to go with this cap. And again, only buy it if you have a lot of hair and you need a looser wig, quick weave. You know, you have a long hair or whatever, very curly, very full hair, then it'll completely cover it and, you know, it'll look good. Or if you have and don't be offended, but if you have a very big head, you know, this is obviously something for, you know, bigger heads. But yeah, it's purple. It doesn't look so purple on here, but I don't recommend it unless, like I said. Alright, so that's it. That is all that I did. It's pretty simple. It's like any other kind of quick weave, except instead of doing a closure piece and going all the way around, this is where you just stop and put the closure on, the silk closure. And, you know, I recommend checking out Halleys Curls website. If you have any other questions, you can email me and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. And let me know what you think. See how quick that was? Okay, so let me know what you think and how I look in the hair. And okay, bye.